What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Gaming Renewed. Today's video is going to be a continuation of the first one, where we disassembled and cleaned up the 20 gig PS3 PHAT model. If you want to see that one, you can just look above, should be a link popping up. But this episode, we're actually going to put it back together. So we'll be doing a thermal paste, and we'll just be pretty much assembling everything back and getting it ready to be sold on Amazon. Although the part where we pack it up for Amazon, that might end up going into the following video that's going to come out probably sometime later this week or next week, where we'll actually pack up not only the 20 gig PS3, but also a few 60 gigs and just show what we do when we send them into Amazon for fulfillment by Amazon instead of fulfillment by merchant. But with all that being said, let's get into it. All right, so first off, I just want to say I'm still fighting with the audio. The first episode, I really wasn't happy with how the audio sounded. It's cut in and out a lot. I think the noise suppression I was using was just too aggressive. So I'm still trying to dial that in. I don't know if I'm just going to need like a better mic because this mic really isn't that high quality. But we'll figure that out as we go. Hopefully this episode's audio is a lot better than the first one. Also, we have a top-down mic now. So I felt like the first episode, it was kind of hard to see what I was doing. So we introduced our top-down mic. Our top-down camera. So now, we can actually kind of show you what we're doing when I'm describing things or trying to point certain things out that I feel might be beneficial to people out there that's watching, even if you're not somebody who's like selling on Amazon or Walmart, but if you're just somebody who, maybe is taking yours apart to clean it, or maybe just trying to put it back together and just, maybe stuck it apart, or maybe have questions or just need some little information on, what to do to get it back the way it should be. All right. So first off, I guess we'll start putting together the fan. We'll grab a few of these parts. I know we can set a lot of this off to the side for right now because we won't need this for a little bit until we actually start putting the fan and stuff back on the board. Set the power supply over here. Here's that. And okay, so first off, we will put the fan in. Fan should go, I believe it's about right here. Oh, we're gonna need the other little things. One thing about this, every time I put stuff back together, you would think it would go like really smooth because, well, you would think it would go really smooth because you would think like, oh, well, you put these back together all the time. But I put together so much stuff, and then sometimes it'll be a while before I like touch a PS3. And then it's always like that one part where I'm kind of like wondering, like, does this go here or does it go there right now? So that never changes. Let's see here. As you can see, I'm already struggling. But I do know that this goes here. Maybe not. Let's see. Oh yeah. So we need the let's see here. Where is that piece? Dang it. Okay. No. Add it in like so. I hate this thing so much. The fan part is always, I would say, probably the worst part for me. Let's see. Okay. Is it that way? Oh, there it is. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Pretty sure that is the way. Then we will have screws. Set that up. Where is my little? There it is. Anytime you're wondering where to put the fan, there's like oops, there's a notch right there. You just want to put the fan and let it fall into that notch. There we go. Straighten that up. Make sure your fan is nice and stuck my finger in there, nice and free. Pretty much that's don't want anything touching it, scraping, because by the time you plug it in and you turn on the fan, you definitely don't want to hear noise because you're gonna be mad. You gotta tear it all back down to get to the fan. So there's no quick way to get to the fan. That's almost like a complete complete, what do you call it, disassembly. Stick this here. Boom. Boom. Oh, also you might have noticed that we actually have shirts now. So I was kind of happy I got these in. They weren't supposed to come in until tomorrow, but they showed up a day early. So kudos to USPS on that one. Or I guess I don't know if it's them or should I be saying that to the what you call it? To the vendor we got the shirts from, which is I believe they're called Spreadshirt. Let's see here. Where is this piece? Okay, you go right there. Which is going to be there it is. Slide that. Boom. Okay. There we go. Make sure that's flipped over on the other side. And we need the piece over here. Should be that little piece. There it is. And that's going to go this way. Might have to squeeze the piece down, this part, to get it to go over it. Sometimes it plays nice, sometimes it doesn't. Like right now, it's not trying to play nice. Oh, that's why I missed the there it is. And put you on. Get it? No. Oh, dang it. There it is. All right. That on. Go back to our, where is it at? Here's a little piece again. There it is. Man. There we go. Line that up. And grab our little screws. We can use a regular screwdriver for this. If you're wondering, most time I will use the regular screwdriver when I'm putting screws back. Usually, depends on the screw. These little small ones, though, a lot of times I like to just use a regular screwdriver and put those in. Just because the thread is so short, like by the time you hit it and it do that, you're already like bottomed out and it starts to like kind of skip in the teeth or whatever, and I just don't want it to eat it up. So, oh yeah, we need this little piece right here. Basically, just looking for that. Oops. Okay, slide that on. Boom, boom, and that should be it for the fan. So now we can start with our, say we'll set you over here. And we can start with the board. It's all of this right here. These two are basically going to be sitting right on that, right on these two. And it should be facing, I believe it is facing, I believe it's like this. Be sitting in there. Let's see. We'll figure it out. Not 100% certain, but it's pretty close. Let's see. We also got those. All right. See, that's what I say. Like sometimes when you get like sidetracked and you don't put it right back together, it can get a little antsy there. You'll be like, oh, let's see. Put that there. I don't think this is the one I need. It is not. I'll set it back. This should be what I need. Right here. Slide that right over. There. Boom. And then the fan would just sit right here. You can see the outline for the fan right there. And the cable actually is a pretty good indicator of like where to put the fan at, because as long as you leave it there, you see where it is, it's going to point you right here, which is a little socket, whatever you want to call it, for the fan. But now we'll put our thermal paste back on. We've already cleaned off the pads in the last video, so just put a little dab on each one. You don't need a whole lot. It'll spread out on its own. So, but again, I'm sure somebody else will tell me that I didn't put enough, or possibly even tell me I put too much. So, thermal paste is like one of those things. It seems like there's no one size fits all type thing. Somebody will tell you you did great, another person will tell you you did horrible, and you should never touch stuff again. So, just kind of try not to let it get you down. Let's see here. Let's get on there. Let's pretty sure this is not right. Let's see here. No, that's not right. All right, time to figure this out, ain't it? Pretty sure it goes this way though. Hmm. See, it's supposed to. Hmm. What am I doing wrong here? Is the question that I seem to not have the answer to. Why is this? I am like really lost right now. I know that it doesn't sit like that because they're not even touching. I'm trying to figure out like where am I going wrong here? Hmm. And I know it goes that way. Hmm. Wow. This is really confusing me. Huh. I'm not sure why this is not lining up. All right. Let's sit that there. Might be doing something a tad bit wrong. That's the only, that's the only thing I can think of is like, gotta be doing something wrong. Not that. And this goes on the other side. Hmm. That has to go there because this is for all these ports. So I know I have that on, right? And the fan doesn't go on before this. So, and this doesn't go on. This goes on under it. Huh. I, it's weird. Hmm. No, I didn't put this on backwards, so I mean, because you kind of can't. that's that's kind of the beauty of it. Yeah, but it's not. I know it doesn't go that way because the fan goes there. And all this is right. Wow. Hmm. Yeah, wow. Wow, that is I'm I'm really not sure what is going on with this. Hmm. Because I mean, this has to be the way it goes because of these ports. Yeah, that goes through that they screw into this, which should be under it. This should sit pretty much right there because those posts would go through there. Yeah, that's how that goes. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what is going on. Like why the fan isn't fitting though. No, I'm not losing my mind. Oh shoot, I gotta do the hook thing. Yes, right there. Then those we go down like so. Hmm. You know what? I think I know what I'm doing wrong. Maybe I don't. What in the world am I not thinking of? Because all of this is right. It's like I don't understand why this little part. I'm just gonna throw the battery in. That's one of those things normally you would just see cut out, but I'm not gonna cut it out. You'll just sit here and watch me struggle. Hmm. Mostly because I feel like the struggle is helpful. Like I hate that a lot. Like when you sometimes when you're doing something and you like go to YouTube and you're like, oh man, I'm just gonna, I'm just gonna watch a YouTube channel and they'll tell me what's going on. There it is. And they'll tell me, what's going on. And then you go there and you see somebody like me and they get to a point to where they start to struggle. And then you end up saying like, oh, yes, he got to the part where I struggle at too. Like I'm about to see, what he did to get through the struggle. And basically what I was sitting here doing wrong was I wasn't bringing the fan over. Like it's like kind of indented right here. So you just want to slide it over. He needs to cover up some of this hard drive enclosure. That's what I was doing wrong. A very simple thing, but like I said, sometimes it just slips your mind, and you can't really figure out like where you're going wrong. But like I was saying, like, so you'll see it and you're like, yes, yes, he's messing up or he's having trouble where I'm having trouble. Like, good, I'm gonna see what he did. And then all of a sudden the video is like, boop, edit. And he's like, okay, and we got that on. And you're like, no, like I needed to know everything you tried to get it to work because now I'm stuck and it didn't work perfectly for me. And I have no idea what you did to get to that part. So that's why I left all that in. I know it's probably horrible and maybe you'll just fast forward through, but that's why I always want to leave that stuff in. I'm always going to leave in the struggle because I feel like that's one of the things that's probably most beneficial to people. All right, so we got all these in. We can actually flip this over now and we can put in our little brackets here. I don't really know what they're called, but basically these hold down the chip. Not the chips, but they basically apply the pressure to them or whatever. So one thing I'll say is I love the PlayStation ones a lot better than the Xbox 360 ones. Oh my God. The Xbox 360 and the and the Xbox One, their little X bracket or whatever it's called. I literally had to buy a specific tool for it just because I hated having to pick with that thing. And it's crazy, it's only like a $7 tool, but it made the job so much easier. There we go. So you don't want to over tighten those, and you also want to make sure you alternate back and forth. You don't want to screw one side all the way down and then go screw the other side all the way down. Just get one side a couple screws and then get your other one, screw that one down a little bit, and you just keep alternating back and forth. Kind of reminds me of a little bit like doing tires on a car. Like you always want to kind of do that little star pattern, I guess, even though this isn't a star pattern, but I don't know. It just all kind of reminds me of that to where it's like, don't go crazy on one side because, for whatever reason, it's just not good for it. So don't do it. All right. So we got all that straight. We do need to put our little cable back. Let's see here. Where is mine? Get that. Any little dust that might have settled there off of it. And we got that open. So slide that on in. Slide in for me. It literally slid in so easily that I didn't even feel it. Ain't gonna not close. Or is that? Yeah, that's closed. Wow. All right. So we got that. That'll be there for our little piece that goes on there. I think it's actually this piece. Yep. It's this piece that gets it. So we'll be ready for that in a little bit. All right. Now, so we got these on. Here's a ribbon cable that's going to go to our disc reader. Let's see. Might want to go ahead and stick this on so we can get this on now. Should be able to. And this literally just kind of like slides in there. Let's see here. Should be right there. So what you want to do is you want to take this. You'll see like this little notch right there. That's going to go over top of this right there. You want this screw slot should go underneath of it and line up with this bolt hole right there. So you can kind of see where that went. You have your other screw hole right there. It's gonna slide up in there. And then another one right there. You can see it's kind of already starting to snap into place. Let's flip it around. You got your little spots over here. So you want to make sure they catch. Let's see. We'll make sure they catch right there. It's one here, one there, and one there. And once that happens, you're pretty much good to go. You can slide in our power supply, and that just slides in. right from the bottom, like so. Oop. And that's in there. Oops. Right there. Remember, a long screw goes right there. We can actually sit this inside of the bottom case now. We'll bring our bottom case out and let's move this back. Bring this over, and then we'll do a spin-a-rooney. Anybody who watches or used to watch old school wrestling will get that reference. Okay. Let's see here. Let's flip this around. So this has to slide in these little spots. Let's see. See if I can. Oh, there we go. Bring it up. Go. That goes behind that. And that one should go right there. I have to bring it back a little bit. There we go. There we go. So just give it a little tilt, and then she'll slide right on back in there. You're basically trying to get the slide right here. See how it kind of has like these little notches? You basically want it inside. So those notches should be inside. And now we got that. We can start, we can start screwing in a lot of stuff. I know that one's a long screw. It should be, you can use really either one of these. They're the same size. They're not these. These are the screws. These long ones are for the top case. They go in the very top piece. So you won't need those. One of these will go over here to your little power plug to hold that down. The other one is the only short screw that comes in from the top, and that's actually marked with an S. So just be aware, those are pretty much like the only two sets of screws that you really need to worry about. And you know what I just realized? The thing I realized it now is, let's see, where are you? Lift you out of there, flip you back over. I don't know if anyone else noticed, but I did. And even though we're on camera, we're not going to shortcut it. We forgot the two screws that holds the hard drive enclosure to the actual, I guess, SATA port is what you want to call it. Two little screws right there. We forgot those. Now, would anything have changed if we didn't put those two screws in? Absolutely not. Nothing would have happened. Let's see. So I can do that tilt again. Just gonna line her up. There it is. And there she goes. She falls right in. Okay. Now we can go back to long screw. Put her in right here. Another way to know that you're supposed to have a little longer screw there is see how it like falls in? That's how you know that that's a deeper hole. You need a little more length to get to the bottom of that one. All right. And this right here is our ground screw, but we'll wait later for that one. Let's grab a couple of these. See how that one just falls in there? That lets you know that screw is not for there. That is as a telltale sign that, hey, you put the wrong screw there. So even if you don't remember, which I'll be honest with you, a lot of times I have to sit there and think like, wait a second, which screw goes where? A lot of times the board itself or the console itself, it'll give you hints, that you're doing something wrong. And there's only so many screws to these things. So only so many different different lengths. So it's pretty easy to be like, okay, well, that it's not that one. I need to go to a different size screw. So Don't worry about it if you get to the point where you feel like, oh, I messed up or something like that. Like, it's not the end of the world. Okay, that one's going to be a different one. Just make sure all that is situated correctly, which looks like it is. Okay. And take another one of these. And that's not that one either. Okay. That should be a smaller screw right there. Where's those little small screws? Oh yeah. I gotta use my small screwdriver for those. You should be right there. There's two screws that's gonna be a little bit smaller. Always remember that. The other small one should go right over here in one of these corners, I believe. No, one goes there. I could have sworn a second one went over here. Where is that second one? Is that it? That might be it right there. Nope, that's not it. Fell right on in there. Like, you're too small, bucko. You're too small. Why did that not? Well, might have to pull that whole thing out. Yep. Yep, time to take all these back out. We didn't get that one side knocked down. Oh boy. What a day. Right? What a day. Boom, boom, boom. That's fine. Hey, it's not always gonna go perfect. It's not. It's just not. Some days you're gonna have good days where everything goes smooth. Other times you're gonna get little stuff like that. The important part is do not just skip it. That's what you don't want to do. But sometimes it's very tempting to do so. See? And then all that sat down. All you have to do is loosen up things and not cheat the process. Very simple fix. Nothing crazy. And that's where our small screw goes right there. It's always tempting. I mean, anyone who tells you it's not tempting is lying to you. So it's always tempting when you get far in there and it's just that one slight thing. Like, would that have done anything to the actual functionality of the console? No, it wouldn't have changed anything. No one would have ever known that that little spot was slightly lifted up. But you know who would have known? I would have known. And maybe any keen viewers out there who might have seen it and been like, wait a second, that guy doesn't even realize that that part is up. Which I'm sure somebody out there was looking at it like, hey, that thing it's not sitting right. And that's why our second small screw, I couldn't find a home for it because of that slight little deviation. It's funny how that works. One slight little thing can throw off a lot. There we go. Don't need to over tighten anything. Well, I think this one was a long one. Yeah, that was a deep one. There, there, there. And this one. Yeah. Another telltale sign that's a deeper one is that you can't, when you look in it, it'll just be like black. Like you won't really be able to see the little like it'd be like a groove that's sitting like right there. When you can't see it, it's kind of like a telltale sign that you basically don't put that small screw. You don't put that small screw in there. All right, so we can put our ribbon cable in. Again, I'll just give it a little light dusting. There we go. Right. And this will be sitting this way, which means it's going to go in like that, which means that one goes in like that. So we'll pop this up. A lot easier to get up now since we already got in it once. It's your first time trying to get into it. It's always super tight. That was not even. I just realized what I'm saying there, and that yeah, that wasn't wasn't meant to sound the way it did. All right, let's grab our 2 screws here. Got one here. Come on now. Come on now, Jefferson. I don't know who says that, but I imagine some old person somewhere that's like, "What do you know about that?" Has to be. It's just impossible for it not to be. This is a small one. Ow. Let's see. Boom. Wrong. This is not it. It goes on the other side. I'll tell you how you know what side it goes on. Nope, I did it right. I did it right. I forgot. I gotta flip it. I was right. I was right the first time. That's okay. So the way you would know what side, because only one side has this thing for the disk drive. You have your 2 right there, but on the back part of the disk drive, only one side has it. The other side is just a normal small bolt. The way to know is this. That's what it kind of goes under. So, does that do much for holding it? I guess. I don't know. This is a Sony thing. They always do it that way. But so we'll slide this one over. Let's bring you over. Boop. And we will knock up our little locking thing right there. This one's gonna be hard to show people. Oh wow, we didn't get that side. Wow, how do we not get that side? That's crazy. No one said anything. Shame. I don't know. Wonder it's like stained in it. I'm sorry. We make a valiant effort to clean it off. Feel like everything else was a lot more important than 2 little stains in the middle. Go. There we go. And clamp down. All right. Slide those there. Right there. Ah. Apparently I am completely wrong with that screw. Which is weird because it did grip. Where am I wrong? Yep. Yeah. All right. So you must go here. Or is that one a long one too? Nope. That's where it went. It's funny that it gripped though. Man, a little bit longer than I thought you would. All right. So we got that there. Our disk drive is there. We take our what's that? There. We'll hook it up first. I'll tell you what. That's always the easier way to go about it. But plug in our disk drive. Oh, we'll take that and you just tuck that right here underneath this little cable management thing. That screw, this screw, and this screw all come from the top of the case. So we're done with that. Time to slide in our power supply. You know which way that goes. You got your 2 things right here. It's going to line up with these right here. Don't want to force it because you don't want to break it. Move that out the way. There you go. Take just a little bit of force to push it down, not much, but you do have to push them in. There we go. Hook that up. We will be hooking this one up. What's that? Not there. Did I let that mess up? No, I didn't. Okay, good. I'd have been so mad if that was missing. Boom. All right. That slides up under there, like so. Why are you not in the right spot? Come on, ground screw. I mean, ground wire. Yeah, let me take this back out, I guess. We'll do the ground wire first. Yes. Where is my screw? This. Boom. Here it is right there. Oh, okay, I got it. That one must go under. Yeah, there we go. That is what it was. I was wondering, like, it's that long for a reason, but I was like, the hell is going on? There we go. There's our ground. Now we can tuck that back in, stick that there. Boop. All right. Now got all that. Have our screws. There's one. Should be 5 screws that hold this power supply. One. Two. That around. 3. Okay. Great, damn, shaky hands. 4. And 5. Oh, that one is a tad shorter. There we go. All right. Now, put in our little board over here. Okay. There is. Oh, yeah, I forgot. It goes up and over like that. Oop. So we slide this in. Come on. There it is. Okay. And you got these little hooks on the side right there and right. But you can't sit on that side because there isn't one. But it just hooks in to that little piece. It's like a little T right there. You just stick it right under. And that's how you know you got it set right. These ones are not the screw. It is these ones. 1, 2, three, and 4. Okay. All right. So got those, got these. Now we got to put on our little bracket here. Slide right there, right there. Ah, great. Those 2 screws don't go down yet. Pick these 2 screws up. That's all right, though. Man, this channel's starting off rough, huh? That's okay. It is what it is. Actually, I want that one. Okay. Take our little ribbon cable, slide that right there. Get away from me, Nat. Hate Nat so much. All right. Put that down. 1 and 2. Oh shoot, that's the trying to grab the dang torque screw. No, I don't like that one. It's not a fan. That's not a good screw. This is a good screw. Right. There we go. That's the torque screw. Where's the other one? Uh-oh. Let's see. And that's what we always have. These screws. Oh, okay. So, okay. There we go. And boom. Great. Got everything lined up right. Got our ribbon cable in. And this is for our hard drive lock. These 3. And here is our torque screw. Let's see. And these are all to the case. Okay. Make sure we have everything the way it needs to be before we put on this top case. I'm pretty sure. Let's see here. Okay. Where is the top shelf? Oh, it's all the way over there. We're back. Do is, so to get this in the front, see if we can turn it. Basically, you want to take these hooks right here, and they hook right under in those. And you also got these little slits where these things go. So it's basically like oops, goes, put the slits in, they're all lined up perfectly, and then it should just lean in and down. Go. That, got that. Oh, buddy. Okay. Take our rag. Oh, nice and clean. Does get a little dust on it just from sitting. And now we start throwing in our screws. So remember I said there was one screw that was kind of long, but not as long as these ones. It's right here, and you'll see this S. The S basically tells you there's an S and an arrow. It goes right there. You can put that one in first if you want, just to get it out of the way, so you don't accidentally put another screw in there. But then, yeah, it's pretty much that's it. The rest of them are just the longer ones. Eh, this right here is for your 1, 2, and 3 are the long screws for your disk drive. This is what actually holds your disk drive in place. Oh no. Without these screws, your disk drive will be flopping around. Oh, there we go. There we go. Don't have to over tighten them. You don't have to go Hercules on them. Just want to snug them up. They're perfectly fine. It's not like this thing should be getting moved around much anyway. Um, and I think we got the one over here. Yep. Now these two arrows right here, this is for if you had the 60 gig. The 60 gig would have the memory card array like right here, and that it would be two screws that go in right there that would hold that in place. But since we don't have that, there's literally nothing to put there, so you don't really have to worry about it. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. Now we grab our top case. That one. Oh, we need our, where is that little piece at? Is it still in there? No, it's not. Where is that piece? We gotta find our little bracket piece that this, where is it at? That this torque screw screws into. That's just part of it. Where is the, all right. So got a little piece that basically sits right there. And that's what the torque screw screws into. That has actual grooves because it just slides through that. But now we can pop that on, slide that in. We can turn it around. Look at the actual screw, not that one. Come on, where did I just sit the screw? I just had it. Oh my goodness. Where did I put the screw? There's no way. Did I leave it over? I must have left it on the test table. Oh my gosh, why did I take the screw over there though? That was such a horrible decision. Okay, we're back. We have our torque screw. I don't know why I took it over to the test table with me, but I did. So, oh, go back. Make it. This is always the. Okay, I think we did. Did we get it? Yep. That's how you know it's on there nice and good. Okay. Take our rag. A little bit of this. Nope. You know what? I'd rather do some quick Windex. Just get any of the old dust and stuff off the top. Get that off. On the side. I swear, these PS3s, you sit them, like dust just like runs to it. It is the craziest thing. These things are dust magnets and scratch magnets. I don't care how much you take care of it, like scratches just find it. All right, so now we can slide in our hard drive here. It's basically, oop, that. There we go. All right, got that down. Oh, this is regular Phillips head screw again. Put that right there. That in place. There's our little rubber thing. That's not what I want. This is what I want. Fun fact, this thing is a particular size to these models, to the 20 and 60 gig. I tried to pull one off of a 40 gig to replace on a 60 gig I got that didn't have one, and it wouldn't fit. This piece right here, they made just a little bit thicker on the 40 than it is on this one. Why, I don't know. It's the weirdest thing. Like, I have no idea, what there was to gain from that other than completely ruining my day that day. Right. Put that on. Boom. Get in there. Okay. I guess how we're gonna do this now. There you go. Let's get on up in there. There you go. Sit. Sit, boo boo, sit. Whew, good dog. All right. Well, that's it. A 20 gig, that little piece of dirt or dust or whatever you call it. A 20 gig taken apart, re-thermal paste it, plus put back together, and now getting ready to be packed up to send off to Amazon for whoever is going to be lucky individual who gets this one. And it also has an 80 gig hard drive in it, so that would be a win as well. And yep, so that's going to be it. Thanks everybody for tuning in. I know this one was a rough one. Hopefully they all don't go like this, but so far the first two have been pretty rough. But yeah, so I'll catch you guys on the next one. That will be us actually packing this up and packing up a few more consoles and boxing them up in a bigger box to send to Amazon so Amazon can fulfill the orders. And we'll talk about why I'm actually doing it. This will be the first time I've ever done it, but why I had to go this route for these consoles and also the Nintendos I have. But I'll catch you guys on that one. Peace.